EJ, when you look at the fact that Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has been critical, the president addressed the criticism from Netanyahu head on today. Listen to this.
It's no secret that the Israeli Prime Minister and I don't agree about whether the United States should move forward with a peaceful resolution to the Iranian issue. If, in fact, Prime Minister Netanyahu is looking for the most effective way to ensure Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon, this is the best option.
One of the big questions this raises is, will Netanyahu try to pressure the U.S. Congress to oppose this framework?
You know, you'd have to bet that he will. But I think what's striking about this, and I basically agree with what Steve said earlier, what's striking about this is that I think it is both a better deal and a more comprehensive deal than a lot of the critics of this process said. In other words, almost everybody you're going to hear from in the next 2 or 3 days are going to speak in part from where they were before we knew a single word of this agreement. And so you have to look back and look at the people who didn't expect much, and they're really struck by the cutting of the centrifuges, the limits on enriching uranium, shutting down the Fordo, if I pronounce that right, the Fordo facility that everybody was afraid of. They're transferring that to peaceful uses, and what looked like very intrusive inspections. I mean, and the French the French were not eager necessarily to make this deal. They were sort of more critical of this process. And even they are at least partly, they're open to this. They've gone along with this. That's a signal that this is a pretty tough deal. So Prime Minister Netanyahu wouldn't shock me if he continues to push against it. The key politically is, can President Obama at least get enough Democrats so that if there is a bill that would undercut this, he can veto it and be sustained? And I think that the toughness of this deal makes that very possible now.